Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Unconscious Communication Secrets. So today, what if you had the key to figuring people out? What could you achieve? Now, while you think about that, let me just set this up real quick. So first of all, if you're tuning in, we are live. I'm a little bit later today, and you are live. You're watching Unconscious Communication Secrets. On this show, I help you to get further, faster with your communication with using unconscious communication, so that you can confidently connect, converse, communicate, and convert, whether it's online or offline. Even if you are really, really shy. So today I want to talk to you about the key to figuring people out. And this is something that's really, really cool. And once you get this right. Now, I'm actually going to share something real quick with you. Hold up. Let me just quickly. There we go. Cool. So I want you to imagine for a moment that, there's a filter by which we view the world. Okay, so if you think about it like an arm in the army, when people have these infrared, right? Like they have heat-seeking filters, right? These vision, and basically when they're wearing that filter, all they see is like heat. They don't see normal things. So it has its pros, it has its cons, right? When you see the world in that way, they also have night vision. Again, has its pros and its cons, but they have this thing like a filter that allows them to see the world differently. And that's the same. That's what a metaprogram is. Okay. A metaprogram is every single person has a different type of filter, just like the army has these different kind of filters by which they view the world. Different people have different filters in which they view the world. Sometimes those filters are really good. Sometimes it's maybe a bit of a challenge for them. Probably bad is not the right word, but everyone has a sort of different filter by which they view the world. And once you can understand different people's filters, if I understand that this person is looking at the world this way and this person's looking at the world this way, then I can adjust my approach to be more persuasive, to be more influential, to get more done. And this is very, very powerful. And this is very important, because when you get this right, you can persuade at a whole nother level. You will stop being a victim to those difficult people, if you know what I mean, right? You'll be able to get, a lot more done in a lot shorter space of time, and you'll just breeze through conversations. People will feel like this guy gets me. Most importantly, is you will just unlock the key to easy persuasion when you get this right. So let me explain to you. So today I'm just going to be sharing 3 of what I call these metaprograms. Like I say, metaprograms are the filters that people have. There are more metaprograms. Today I'm just going to be sharing with you 3 of the metaprograms. So the first metaprogram is what I call a direction filter. Now, what do I mean by a direction filter? Ultimately, when some people are more they like to go towards their dreams, and some people like to move away from the things that they hate, right? And a person naturally sits in one of the two, or sort of along this axis, right? But in order to persuade someone a lot more effectively, etc., understanding where they sit is very powerful. And how do you do that? You just ask them, hey, what's important to you about, like, what's important to you about a car? Now, if they say, I want a car that has this, I want to I want it to have this, I want it to have this, I want it to have this, then they are more of a towards person. They are going for more of what they want. But some people will just sort of say, what, I don't want my car to break down. I don't want to have to deal with mechanics. I don't want to have to deal with the hassle of worrying. I just want a peace of mind. They're an away from person. So they are more driven by moving away from pain. So by asking a question like, what's important to you about, then you can find out if a person is more of a towards person or an away from person. Once you find that out, that's hugely powerful, because then you can adjust your communication. You can just sort of say, what, if I know someone is a towards person, I'll say, you'll get this, you'll get this, you'll get this, you'll get this. If I know a person is an away from person, as in they don't want things, that's the kind of filter with which they view the world, then I'll talk about the things that they'll be able to avoid. And that will resonate more with them, and therefore I'm going to be able to be more persuasive. So that's what I call a direction filter. That's the first meta program. The second meta program is what you call a frame of reference filter. So what do I mean by that? So a frame of reference filter is like how you view the world. Do you view the world based on your own internal thoughts, or what people around you are saying, right? So how, and asking someone, how do you know that you've done a good job, right? How would you know that you've done a good job? Or maybe ask yourself that. How would you know if that you've done a good job? Now, some people will just say, what, I know. When I've done a good job, I know. Like, I know because I've put in my heart into it, That's that person, their frame of reference is very much themselves, right? However, some people, they need validation from others. If people tell me I've done a good job, if people say this, if people this, then their frame of reference is other people. So are you sorting by yourself? Are you looking inside and saying, hey, what do I think? What do I think? Now, some people, they literally are very they will not take the advice of others. They'll know when they're doing the right path, and they won't take other people's opinions at all. That's extreme of self. And that's good, right? That's good, because no one's ever going to tell you that you're doing a poor job. You're not going to believe in it. And some of the greatest people are that way. But when you're also others, if you're completely reliant on others, then you're a little bit victim to criticism, right? Like, you might fall victim to criticism. So there's no right or wrong about this, but understanding where you start, where you stand is hugely, or what type of person you are is hugely important, because then you understand what your pros are, your cons are. And also, if I know that someone, for example, if their frame of reference is others, right? They really care what others think, and they're looking at a car. I'm just going to be like, and I'm talking to them. I'll be like, just think of all the heads that are going to turn when you're driving by this car, and how people are just going to admire you and say, wow, you've made it. So that's the frame of reference. Very, very hugely powerful. Firas, self-fulfillment. Yes. Hey, Firas, great to see you. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you coming on. Great to see you, brother. All right. So that's the frame of reference filter. Now, that's one of the other meta programs. Then the next is a relationship filter. How do you view the world in terms of what are you comparing things to? So here's what I mean, right? If I went and asked someone, so what is the relationship between what you're doing this year and what you were doing last year, right? Now, some people will they will look for the things that are the same, right? They'll say, you know what? Yeah, I mean, everything's very, very similar. Like what I was doing last year, it's like some people will just be like, oh my God, it is chalk and cheese. It is completely the opposite. So some people filter for sameness and some people filter for difference. In between, there is sameness with difference or difference with sameness, right? But on the extremes, someone will filter for, they'll look for what is the same first, right? That is a sameness filter. They always look for what's similar. When you're speaking to somebody, you're looking for what's similar. Whereas someone on the opposite side looks for the difference. Hey, Simone, great to see you. Thanks. Hey, from Australia. What's up? Whoop, whoop. Simone in the house. Thanks for tuning in. All right, cool. So relationship filter, you're looking for what is this, like you're either looking for what is the same. Now, this is one of my most, like one of my favorite ones, and one of the most interesting ones, because someone who is on the complete opposite end, a difference, okay? We call them a mismatcher. This is perhaps one of those people where you thought, oh, this guy is difficult, because anything you say, they find the problem in it. They find the opposite in it. And so this is so understand, and that's good, by the way, in certain scenarios, because they are the biggest innovators. They don't go, they don't go with the trends. However, in a conversation, they can come across as difficult. However, when you understand that this person is a mismatcher, it's actually very easy to communicate with them. Sometimes kids are mismatches, but once you understand how to manage a mismatcher, you will find that, wow, I can deal with difficult people very easily. So that's the relationship filter. So so those are the meta programs that I just wanted to talk about today. And like I say, these are so powerful because they are the filters. Everybody has, like, a lot of people have filters that in which they view the world, and you understand the filter in which they view the world, and you understand what are the pros, what are the cons of each filter, and how you can best approach a person with each of those filters. That's the key. That's the key to unlocking the kingdom. That's the key to unlocking the secrets of persuasion. So this is Muneer. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Unconscious Communication Secrets. If you have not, please do subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/Muneer. Also, check out unconsciouscommunicationsecrets.com if you want to find more information about a whole bunch of these things. You can get a number of free gifts as well. So other than that, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys are great. Have a great day. This is Muneer tuning out. I appreciate all of you. Lots of love. Peace out, and I'll catch you on another video very, very soon. Peace out, guys, and I'll see you soon.